Good morning, and welcome to this special convocation celebration. The ceremony will begin in a few moments when the graduands enter the auditorium. Please remain seated while the graduands are entering. When all the graduands have taken their places, there will be a brief pause. Then the music will continue, and the officers and the faculty of the university will enter and take their place. Please rise and remain standing when the official party enters. I would also like to draw your attention to the 4 exits on the lower levels and the 2 locations on the balcony level. If it becomes necessary to clear the auditorium during the ceremony, the volunteers will assist you to these exits. As a reminder, face masks must be worn at all times inside the building. Graduating students may choose to remove their mask while crossing the stage. In the atrium following the ceremony, there are designated photo-taking areas where graduands and guests may remove masks briefly for a photo. We trust that you will enjoy this convocation ceremony.
Good morning. Welcome to Spring Convocation 2022. I am Eileen Mercier, Chancellor of Wilfrid Laurier University. I want to acknowledge that our proceedings take place on the traditional territory of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. Today, this gathering place is still home to many First Nations, Métis, and Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to live and work here. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Sadly, we're not yet singing. Convocation is now in session. Please be seated. As Chancellor, it is my duty and distinct privilege to confer upon you the degrees and diplomas that you have earned during your time at Laurier. So congratulations, class of 2022. You have graduated. It's an amazing accomplishment, given all that you've been through over the last 2 years. All of us at the university, your family, and those who love and care for you are extremely proud of your tenacity, resilience, and creativity. As we all tentatively raise our heads and look around to see what changes the pandemic has wrought, we might think not much, looking at the crowds in the airport and people outside on patios enjoying a meal. However, we all know that that is superficial, and that our attitude toward many things has altered, from the way work is done to dealing with the upward pressure on costs, which for years have been mostly under control. Together, I believe we will find ways to bring about a less volatile environment, but it won't happen overnight, and it will take work. As you know, we had an election in this province a few days ago, and regardless of whether you like the outcome or not, we are privileged in this country to be able to vote for whom we wish without fear. Few of us, however, would volunteer to take the place of our elected officials. It's hard to think of a time filled with as many vexing issues as right now. Climate change, the after effects of the pandemic, reconciliation and healing, I could go on and on. However, the problem I worry most about is the fracturing of our society when we most need people pulling together. I admit to being a bit of a word nerd, as my kids would say. I still reach for my dictionary when I want to be sure to have the meaning of something right. A community, it says, is a society of people having common rights and privileges. A society of individuals of any kind. For community to work, it needs to be open and welcoming to individuals of any kind. This is true of businesses, volunteer groups, universities, government, in fact, any kind of productive enterprise. Teamwork and collaboration will be what save us. But the other thing that is needed is a common purpose for those individuals to rally behind. You would think that it wouldn't be much of a stretch to imagine that the improvement, the enhancement of the well-being of the community should be enough. But it sometimes seems that is not the case, and lately cracks have appeared. The kind of education that you have received here is very much community-based. That is not only true of the university itself, but of the wider society of which we are a part. During the pandemic, I know that many here volunteered their time and energy to help others, and it speaks well of the culture of this place. When you leave here as alumni today, you will be a member of a large and growing community of people who have spent time here, learning what a university education can do to help you contribute your skills to a world that badly needs them. As only one example, we need to do whatever we can to bring more young people here to Canada, where they can live without fear. Whatever we are currently doing, we need to work harder and do more. Imagine that a young person, especially a young girl, with no hope today, might sit someday where you are sitting and look forward to a bright future. So, graduates, take your degree in hand and go out into the world to build strong communities. Find like-minded people to associate with. Make yourself, your family, and your university proud. Stay forever golden. Congratulations.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Deb McClatchy. I'm honored to be President and Vice Chancellor of Wilfrid Laurier University. Congratulations, graduates, and my warmest welcome to everyone here who is celebrating with you today. It's my honor to celebrate you, our 2022 graduates. During a time of upheaval and uncertainty, you demonstrated adaptability and perseverance, and today we get to recognize that hard work. I'm so very proud of your achievements and happy to see all of you and your supporters here with us today. And when I look out into the crowd, what I see is hope. I recently came across an article in The Atlantic written by Harvard professor and author Arthur C. Brooks, reflecting on the concepts of optimism and hope. He writes, quote, "Optimism is the belief that things will turn out all right. Hope makes no such assumptions, but is a conviction that one can act to make things better in some way," end quote. In other words, optimism is a nice sentiment, while hope does the heavy lifting. Hope is the spirit that pushes us to find solutions to the world's greatest challenges. And there's no shortage of distressing news in the world today. Every day we hear stories about the pandemic, climate change, extreme polarization in democracies, and war and geopolitical conflicts around the globe, to name a few. However, in my position at Laurier, I have the great privilege of watching our students, faculty, staff, and alumni work with the conviction of hope to address these challenges in order to build a better present and future. Over the last few years at Laurier, there have been so many examples of hope in action, and I want to share just a few that have inspired me. In the last 2 years, our Faculty of Education students put themselves on the front lines to support students and teachers across 70 partner schools during the pandemic. Some even applied for temporary teaching certificates to step in to fill teacher shortages, ensuring public education was not further disrupted. At Martin Luther University College, our students have provided spiritual care and guidance in our community in a time that it has been greatly needed. And in our Faculty of Music, our students demonstrated hope, buoying our spirits by sharing their talents in countless virtual forums. The faculty transitioned its popular Music at Noon concert series to an online format, and students participated in virtual community-building events such as Love in the Time of COVID and the Kindness Project. In a period of isolation and loneliness for many residents in long-term care homes, our music students hosted the Java Music Club for residents at the Parkwood Seniors Community, providing virtual music programming to seniors, giving them a place for community. More recently, I've seen our students across all faculties and programs come together to increase their support for fellow students impacted by war. Our student body has elected to double its support for the International Students Overcoming War, or ISO initiative, to provide more opportunities for students displaced by war to come study at Laurier. Laurier and our students have supported 31 refugee students since 1991 through WUSC, the World University Service of Canada. Through student engagement and support for ISO and WUSC, we've welcomed students from Rwanda, Somalia, Sudan, Ethiopia, Congo, Syria, and Myanmar, just to name some. Our community has been a springboard for hope and opportunities for students who have lost so much. These are just a few examples of hope in action and why I see so much promise in front of me. One of the reasons I've spent my career working in universities is because they are places of hope and possibility. People come here to build better futures for themselves, their families, and their communities. Laurier's graduates prove me right in this regard. My hope for you now is that you go out and lead your lives with leadership and purpose to make the world a better place. Take the hope you've created at Laurier into the world. The world needs you. Congratulations again, class of 2022. Chancellor Mercier, I have the honor now to present Stephen Page, the honorary degree recipient for this morning's convocation. Yes, absolutely. And I now ask that Dr. Lee Willingham from the Faculty of Music come to the podium to read the citation.
Thank you, Dr. McClatchy. It's an honor for me to present to convocation Stephen Page, one of the leading musical voices in Canada and beyond. Mr. Page is a highly accomplished composer, singer, and sought-after contributor in a variety of public areas. Years ago, I was asked to be the musical director for a production of Oliver in a prestigious community theater. Auditions were held for the role of orphans, and among the mob was a confident young 12-ish-year-old who came and introduced himself and said, "Hi, I'm Stephen Page." His acting singing career was launched. He subsequently sang in the Toronto Mendelssohn Youth Choir, the Scarborough Schools Youth Choir, and for a short stint, I had the privilege of conducting him in the Bel Arte Singers. As an administrator in the former Scarborough Board of Education, I had a front row seat to watch the formation of the popular band, Bare Naked Ladies. Sure. Their evolution as a bunch of really smart, nerdy pop stars happened in no small part at the Scarborough Board Music Camp, where Stephen was a camper, mentor, and junior administrator. I'll never forget that during one morning canoe ride with Stephen, while discussing our love of bagels, I mentioned that I love smoked salmon and cream cheese. Stephen sternly rebuked me, "We don't mix our dairy and seafood." I still think of that conversation when I enjoy salmon and cheese on a Montreal bagel. Sorry, Stephen. The Bare Naked Ladies songbook was on the playlists and ringing in the ears of almost everyone after the album Gordon was released in 1992. Stephen had songwriter credits on almost all of the songs. He built a recording studio in his farmhouse outside of Toronto that became a creative retreat where many well-known B&L songs were written and recorded. Stephen left the band in 2009 to embark on a solo career and to pursue other creative interests. In 2018, the band was briefly reunited to be inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame. Page composed original music for Bartholomew Fair, a comedy for the Stratford Festival, which was performed during the summer of 2009. There have been other Stratford Festival commissions. He also records and performs with the contemporary music group Art of Time Ensemble. He sang in performances of the Beatles' Abbey Road and Sgt. Pepper's semi-classical arrangements with the Art of Time, among other programs. He maintains a distinct solo career, live streaming regular concerts from his home studio during the COVID-19 pandemic. He's once again on the festival circuit this summer. Mr. Page has been an avid member of the New Democratic Party and a notable supporter of the late Jack Layton. Stephen performed Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah at Layton's funeral, which was televised globally from Toronto's Roy Thompson Hall. He has since remarked that it was one of his toughest gigs ever. In addition, Page has served as a member of the board of directors for the World Wildlife Fund. He was a member of the Windshare Co-op that owns the wind turbine in downtown Toronto. In 2013, Page made a cameo appearance on the sitcom How I Met Your Mother. He has also been a contestant on the game show Bumper Stickers and won the first edition of CBC's Canada Reads, Defending the Skin of a Lion by Michael Ondaatje. We are indeed very privileged to have Stephen Page as a member of our Laurier community. His generosity and accessibility have enriched our faculty and students over the years, and we continue to be huge fans of his musical accomplishments and consistent activist voice. Madam Chancellor, I am instructed by the Senate of the University to request that you admit to the degree of Doctor of Music honoris causa, Stephen Page.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Music honoris causa.
Dr. Page is now signing the registry of the university, which includes all the signatures of all of our honorary degree recipients and is housed in the university archives, and he will now address convocation.
Good morning. This is very exciting. I am deeply honored. Thank you very much. I was thrilled to know that Lee Willingham would be reading the citation. I thank Lee for not mentioning my loss on Celebrity Jeopardy. But Lee was the first vocal teacher I ever had. When I was in that production of Oliver as an orphan back when I was 12 in 2016, one of the things he said, imagine there's a grapefruit in your mouth, which is, I mean, it's a weird image, but it was the first time I had, as a vocalist, been awakened to the idea of the physicality of singing. It's still something I think about when I think about lifting my soft palate, and I think about that image that I learned at 12 from Lee. So thank you, Lee, for that introduction. And you know, it's that idea of connecting music to oneself is something that I've made a career out of. I finally have a degree. I dropped out of university in my 4th year. Yeah, I know, it's so close. It was so close. But I dropped out so I could make music. I had an opportunity to go on tour with my then very young band, Bare Naked Ladies, and just never looked back. Okay, I looked back a fair bit. I looked back a lot thinking, what if I just stayed a little bit longer and gotten my degree? It may not have helped, but it would have helped my self-confidence. And instead, I spent a lot of time making music, and now here I am finally full circle. It's a thrill to not only have a degree, but I skipped ahead and I'm a doctor now. I'm not sure whether to be more excited about the degree or the hat. I was told the hat comes with a free turkey leg, so I'm looking forward to that after. I know, no, I have a lot of respect for the pomp and circumstance here, and this is a very exciting thing. Laurier is a very important university to me. My dad got his bachelor's degree here in 2000, no, it was earlier than that. And my eldest son, Isaac, got his bachelor's degree here in 2017. I have a niece, Emily, who is a student here right now. And so it's a family affair here today. And for me to be honored by a university that means so much to me is really important and moves me deeply. I want to take a second just to remember a couple of people who have enhanced my experience here at this university, and they're no longer with us, but Dean Leanne Brown and Dean Glenn Carruthers, two people very important to me, and without either of them, I may not be here today, so I thank them and honor their memory as well. Music is a thing, it's a tool. It's a thing that we, as musicians, or as casual listeners, or as family members, or people who went to summer camp, or people who go to church or synagogue, it's something we can all share in. And we need no training for it, or we can have all the training in the world for it. It is a tool to help us access the past. It's also a tool that helps us reach for the future, to contemplate the present, and get through hard times, but also to celebrate good ones. Music is a tool to mark solemn times, to trigger trauma, but also to release inner turmoil. It can be used, it can be misused, it can be precisely codified and notated, it can be completely intuitive, it can be deeply elitist and cryptic, it can be accessible to all. It doesn't have to be one of those things. It can be all of those things, and whether we are a performer or a composer or a historian or an educator or a music therapist, a music producer, a worship leader, we are given the power to connect with other people. My two passions are music and mental health. You know, I've struggled with both. I struggle with both daily. Music is never easy, and neither is taking care of our mental health. And I've been able to be here at the university in the past to speak about each of those things individually and also together. That it's helpful for me to use music to help me connect with my former self, to help me become the self that I want to become, to help me connect with elders or with children, to help me heal, to heal myself, and to help heal others. You know, as I've grown up, hopefully I will get there one day, but maybe not too soon, I look back at my younger self, idealistic, sometimes lacking in judgment, sometimes lacking in taste. Shorts on stage were not a great idea, but it helped me carve out an existence. However, I spent a lot of time being embarrassed about who I was as a younger person because I wasn't who I am now. And now that I'm old, I love that kid. And that's what I implore you all to do, is try not to be too hard on who you are now or who you used to be before now as you get older and as you move through life. I was thinking about the best way I could communicate the way I feel about music and about maintaining good mental health. And I realized that it was the 19-year-old me, the one who dropped out of university to make music, who wrote the words and the melody that still says to me exactly what I intended to come here today to sing. So to honor that kid, I'll grab my guitar. And I'll come up here. All right. I have my Laurier guitar strap, by the way. Thank you, Ken Brown. Drove downtown in the rain, 9:30 on a Tuesday night, just to check out the late night record shop. Call it impulsive, call it convulsive, call it insane. When I'm surrounded, I just can't stop. It's a matter of instinct, it's a matter of conditioning, and a matter of fact. You can call me Pavlov's dog. Ring a bell and I'll salivate. How'd you like that? Duck Landy, tell me you're not just a pedagogue. 'Cause right now I'm lying in bed, just like Brian Wilson did. Well, I'm lying in bed, just like Brian Wilson did. Whoa. So I'm lying here, just staring at the ceiling tiles, and I'm thinking about what to think about. Just listening and re-listening to Smiley Smile, and I'm wondering if there's some kind of creative trap, because I'm lying in bed just like Brian Wilson did. Well, I'm lying in bed just like Brian Wilson did. Whoa. And if you want to find me, I'll be out in the sandbars, just wondering where the hell all the love is gone. I'm playing my guitar, building castles in the sun, whoa, 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 and singing fun, fun, fun. I'm lying in bed, just like Brian Wilson did. Well, I'm lying in bed, just like Brian Wilson did. Whoa. I had a dream that I was 300 pounds. And though I was very heavy, I floated till I couldn't see the ground. I floated till I could not see the ground. Somebody help me, I couldn't see the ground. Somebody help me, couldn't see the ground. Somebody help me, because I'm lying in bed just like Brian Wilson did. Well, I'm lying in bed just like Brian Wilson did. Oh, yeah! Jumped downtown in the rain, 9:30 on a Tuesday night.
in the world do you follow that? You know, academics are often thought to be rather stiff and unimpressed by the world, but I am in awe. That was tremendous, beautiful, very grateful, Dr. Page, for both the generosity of your leadership and the very meaningful remarks that you've shared with us today. Thank you so very much. I'm Mary Wilson. I'm Vice Provost, Teaching and Learning, and I am delighted to see all of you here today. It's a beautiful day, it's an auspicious day, and it is an absolute joy to look out and see so many of our deserving graduates here in person. Each of you has worked so hard and had to overcome so much to be able to join us here today, to cross this stage and to celebrate together. Truly, today we are marking history. This is the most tenacious and adaptable group of graduates that Laurier has ever seen. I also want us to pause and recognize your family members and friends and supporters. I know that they have played such an important role in supporting you throughout your studies, but also through the many ups and downs of the pandemic. So please join me in a round of applause for both our graduates and guests together. Thank you very much. Now, will all those who are here today to receive degrees and diplomas please rise as you are able. I have the great pleasure of presenting those who have successfully completed the studies prescribed, fulfilled all the conditions thereto appointed, and have been recommended for degrees and diplomas by the Senate of the University.
In accordance with the laws of the Province of Ontario, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit you to the degrees and diplomas as shall be announced by the presenters. Graduates, the marshals will now instruct you row by row to begin making your way backstage.
My name is Julie Mueller, and as a professor in the Faculty of Education, I have the privilege of reading the names of our talented graduates today. This is an exciting day for all of us, and we take pride in the accomplishments of all graduates. We welcome applause to acknowledge your graduates and show how proud you are of them. Graduates are asked to remain in their seats until all fellow graduates have received their degrees and convocation is completed. Madam Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following for the degree of Master of Education from the Faculty of Education. Carla Patricia Acevedo. Kathleen Adams. Jennifer Adamwaite. Noor Al-Jamal. Recipient of the Medal of Academic Excellence for the master's level for the Faculty of Education, Erin Christine Anderson. Faith Karen Ashford. Miriam Bayarjan. Tammy Bartolo. Carmel Branston. Stacy Campbell Grant. Linda Chamberlain. Sharon Deary. Desreen Dyer. Joanne Judith Elick. Sean Scott Elliott. Sandy Falco. Erica Giroux Desjardins. Caitlin Laura Gingrich. Margaret Elizabeth Ruth Giroda. Peter Lester Glabe. Catherine Halsall. Jennifer Mary Harris. Dana Victoria Hellman. Janelle Herbert. Elizabeth Lorraine Hudson. Jenna Kristen Yutzi. Jessica Kate Catilla. Katrina Alexis Kostecki. Jose Louise Landreau. Tamra Lazik. Christina Sue Lowe. Brendan Lowther. Kristen Alyssa Marshall. Catherine Stacy McKee. Taylor Ray Mordavitas. Mirab Mushfik. Recipient of the Medal of Academic Excellence for the master's level for the Faculty of Education, Sarah Notes. Laura Jean Patricia Newman. Sean Arthur Nickel. Erilyn O'Keefe. Laura Lee Odo. Erin Barbara Pog. Nathan Reeve. Wendy Ann Reed Purcell. Lori Mary Reed. Stephanie Lynn Reinhardt. Christine Robson. Rhonda Lee Roy. Recipient of the Medal of Academic Excellence for the master's level for the Faculty of Education, Alana Jane Klaus Simpson. Rory Paul Snade. Jennifer Mary Thompson. Karen Ann Tomlin. Laura Ann Tooman Simmons. Emily Lisa Vance. Belinda Ward Campbell. Kelly Warren. Recipient of a Medal of Academic Excellence for the master's level for the Faculty of Education, Amanda Williams Yeagers. Madam Chancellor, this ends the list of those presented for master degrees from the Faculty of Education. Madam Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following for the degree of Bachelor of Education from the Faculty of Education. Rachel Lauren Abrahams. Pascal Anderson. Michael Alexander Baglio. Morgan Brianne Bates. Jasmine Batten. Cheyenne Bell. Adam Alexander Brick. Abigail Broad. Esther Yasmin Brockett. Olivia Rose Bongiorno. Sadie Alexandra Cunningham. Matthew Timothy Dawkins. Stephen Ellesmere. Robert Michael Joseph Gauthier. Alicia Faye Geyer. Rebecca Ann Hadaway. Rebecca Hamilton. Rochelle Hart. Bronwyn Alexandra Heffernan. Amanda Irene Hendershot. Jason Atwell Huber. Kirsten Maria Hyder. Alexis Snoop. Madison Diane Ashley LaPlante. Cassandra Grace Layton. Brockenshire Ward Lemiski. Tiffany Leanne Lenslink. Sapphire Linsman. Catherine McMillan. Julie Meru. Sarah Ann Maxner. Michaela Grace Dorothy McRoy. Callista Eliana Maya Torres. Hannon New. Andrew Jonathan Papadakis. Amy Ray Pattison. Benjamin David Playfair. Megan Claire Price-Jones. Danielle Maria Sauvé. Abby Seahaver. Zachary Solomon Seagull. Emily May Slanowski. Doris Trinlin. Rebecca Leanna Vitello. Heather Mackenzie Wildman. Madam Chancellor, this ends the list of those presented for degrees from the Faculty of Education.
My name is Mary Phillip, and as an associate professor at Martin Luther University College, I have the privilege of reading the names of our talented graduates today. Madam Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following for the degrees of Master of Arts in Theology from Martin Luther University College. John Dinner. Sarah Hamid. Leila Hemmet. Tarani J. Kumar. Rebecca Christian Jones. Fiona Catherine Karu. Jessica Inkarote Kinua. Tomi Kosoko. Amanda Marie Lewis. Scott Edward Lewis. Colleen Danielle Logan. Rosanna Antonia Teresa Peters. Lisette Pino. Emma Elizabeth Silverthorne. Madam Chancellor, this ends the list of those presented for degrees from Martin Luther University College.
My name is Kimberly Barber. And as Associate Dean External and Professor of Voice in the Faculty of Music, I have the privilege of reading the names of our talented graduates today. Thank you. Always love an audience. Madam Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following for the degree of Master of Arts from the Faculty of Music. Joshua Larry Geddes. Deborah Elizabeth Shelley. Madam Chancellor, this ends the list of those presented for master's degrees from the Faculty of Music. Madam Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following for the degree of Bachelor of Music Honors Program from the Faculty of Music. Megan Anderson. Rachel Lauren Arsenault. Nathaniel Robert Asmes. Avery Brianne Barta. Jeremy Justin Karandang. Sarah Alicia Bryn Chadwick. Ilsa Marie Chator. Cody Chu. Maya Orishia Therese Forler Coates. Calum James Wild Crosby. Erica Gabriela de Rosario. Heather Ann Derbyshire. Catherine Marie Farrow. Leah Victoria Gennaro. Olivia Marie Gorell. Daniela Christina Heidignac. Matthew Herrador. Amanda Marie Jansen. Elizabeth Kalomira Kyriakidis. Kyriakidis. Gabriela Lucia Lata Suoso. I think that's her dad. Nai Lee. Aaron Lung. Gabrielle Moz. Timothy Earl McGuire. Madison Paige Ercilia Marino. Hunter Joseph Martin. Jake Robert Mitchell. Caitlin Spencer Montgomery. Shaylee Morrison Greco. Samuel Nguyen. Caitlin Victoria Proctor. Nicole Lauren Riding. Jacob Donald Alexander Robertson. Alessia Diana Samarco. Maria Alexandra Spear. Margaret Johanna Vandersloos. Fatima Ventura Oliveira. Marigold Annabelle Fuston. Recipient of the Alumni Gold Medal for the Faculty of Music, Benjamin Bradley Wallace. Colin Anthony Watts. Madam Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following for the degree of Bachelor of Music Therapy Honors Program from the Faculty of Music: Sahara Tide Hailstrom. Deborah Angelica Marie McDade. Madam Chancellor, this ends the list of those presented for honors degrees from the Faculty of Music. Madam Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following for the Diploma in Chamber Music from the Faculty of Music: Anastasia Murdoka. Cassandra Alicia Wolf. Madam Chancellor, I am pleased to present the following for the Diploma in Opera from the Faculty of Music: Danielle April. Olivia Christina Haramis. Madam Chancellor, this ends the list of those presented for degrees and diplomas in the Faculty of Music. As we wait for the rest of our talented alumni to return to their seats, I'd like to take this opportunity to share a few words. As I prepared to stand before you today, I thought about all that has transpired during the time today's graduates completed their degrees. In my 20 years of teaching at Laurier, this cohort is without doubt one of the most resilient, adaptable, and innovative we have ever had. They have endured and responded to changes that none of us have ever experienced in our lifetimes, and all of that during their most formative young adult years. Although students and educators at all levels of studies and in all areas had to shift, pivot, the dreaded P word, and reimagine, arguably, musicians were among those who were asked to sacrifice the most. To be unable to meet their instructors and peers in person in an art form where listening and responding in real time is critical was harsh enough. But to be unable to share in-person music making with one another and with the audiences we need and cherish was heartbreaking. This cohort of students learned skills both hard and soft that, whether they know it or not now, will last them a lifetime. And they are to be heartily congratulated and thanked for their persistence and commitment. You made it. The events of the last 2 years have irrevocably altered us all. We have lost so much that we held dear and, let's be honest, took for granted. And in the Faculty of Music, there was also another profound loss, the tragic and far too early death of our beloved #dedicated Dean, Glenn Carruthers, on December 24th, 2020. His remarkable life and work was honored at last, just 2 short months ago in this very hall. So today, on such a memorable day, a day of celebration, a day of reflection on what's been, but more importantly, a day to inspire you for what's yet to come, I'm reminded that some things remain true despite all the trials we may go through. So allow me to share some thoughts that reflect on the importance of this day itself and the meaning for the trajectory of your lives from here on in. Over my time at Laurier, I've had the honor to attend many convocations. It's a ceremony I always cherish because it reminds me, as my work with young people does for me every day, of the promise your great minds and hearts hold for the future. There can be a tendency to become several things with age: jaded, complacent, cynical, or just plain tired. And I know many of us feel that way even more acutely at present, battle-weary as we are from all we've endured during these trying times. Yet when I look out at all of you, I am none of these things. I'm full of hope for all the ways that each one of you can help to make this country, this world, a better place. We live in trying times, confronted by many things that would be enough to make any of us retreat in fear. But here you are, having graduated during these past 2 years from Laurier, each one of you in a field that has the potential to make a difference in society. And to that point, once upon a time, perhaps 5 years post-graduation, when I was a young and aspiring artist just beginning what would become my career, I ran into a former student peer who had been in my first year English literature class at an opera dress rehearsal. I hadn't seen her since those early, inarticulate, and uneasy days of our undergrad, so we caught up on all our doings. She told me she had become a legal aid lawyer, assisting the marginalized and forgotten members of society to get fair access to the justice system. I looked at her sheepishly and expressed my discomfort that I had pursued a frivolous profession, entertaining society's elite. She looked at me firmly and said something to this effect: "Oh no, Kim, make no mistake, what you do is important and essential work. You bring joy to people. You help them forget their miserable existence. Or perhaps better put, you remind them of their essential humanity. Please don't stop doing what you're doing. It's so much more central than what I do." This stopped me in my tracks, and I've never forgotten it. Indeed, in these pandemic days where I've had far too much time to reflect on the relevance of what I do, those words have come back to me again and again. It's not easy to defend an education and career in the performing arts these days, but I'm going to try. As we celebrate Stephen Page, one of the great Canadian songwriters and artists of our time, it's fitting to draw attention to the importance of artists in our society. Artists are the storytellers, the meaning makers. We synthesize the feelings, capture in song, melody, harmony, movement, and make sense of the collective human experience. We express what cannot be said in words alone, and sometimes capture in words, in poetry, what is most deeply in our hearts. So I say to you all today, first, go forth, even if you feel broken and tired, and share the music that is in your heart, those of you who have trained and feel called to do so. And second, support, value, and appreciate the role of artists in society. Champion them, listen to them, spread and share their work, because it is the work that expresses most deeply of all, this is who we are. Early in the pandemic, sitting on one desperate Zoom call after another with artists struggling with their loss of livelihood and personal outlet, I saw words of comfort and inspiration wherever I could find them. There are so many poets and writers who have given me solace during this time, but one still sticks out to me in the context of today. It's something Canadian journalist, author, and arts advocate Ian Brown wrote in the Globe and Mail in May of 2020. And I cut it out and posted it on my home office wall. Words, music, dancing, these are ancient human things. We sometimes get careless and call them the arts. Maybe when this pandemic is over and we are reapportioning funds again, we'll remember how important they were to us in a dark time. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our orator and to our hooders and to the photographers for this afternoon's ceremony. Now is the time that we take the opportunity to confer degrees in absentia. Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I request you to confer degrees in absentia to the eligible candidates who are not present with us here today.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I confer degrees in absentia to the eligible candidates who are unable to be present today. I would now like to present the celebratory alumni welcome video made for the class of 2022 by the Wilfrid Laurier Alumni Association.
Congratulations! You did it! You've crossed the stage, and now you can look back with pride and look to the future with excitement. Today isn't just about receiving your degree. It's also about celebrating the journey you took to get here. It's about remembering your first day on campus, your first Laurier friend, your first class. It's about thinking back on those late-night study sessions, your favorite profs, and all the memories you made here. It's about the times you faced new challenges and pushed through. It's about how much you grew and how much you learned. It wasn't always easy, but you did it. That's what a journey is. That's what Laurier is. Purple and gold. And while your journey is far from over, remember, no matter where you go or what the future brings, you are a Golden Hawk for life. You are alumni for life. You are Laurier for life. Stay connected, stay involved, and most of all,
stay golden.
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 Thank you to the Alumni Association for providing that inspirational message. Following the ceremony, everyone is invited to continue the celebration in the atrium to take photographs in the designated areas. Pre-pandemic, it was my habit to go out into the atrium and jump into people's photos. They are unfortunately not letting me do that right now. However, there is a beautiful terrace on the 4th floor of this building, and it is open today. And I will wait up there, so if you would like a photo, please come up and join me. Congratulations once again to all of our graduates, and thank you all for joining us today for this very special occasion. Convocation is dismissed. Please rise and remain standing for the recessional.